Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns, where tonight we have a bit of a special event here for you. We have our Link to the Past Challenge Cup buy race, where we have 9 runners across 3 channels, all competing for buys into the second round of the bracket. We have on our stream here tonight, excuse me, we have James FNX, Vix Rider, and Worldwide Wimpy. Joined on comms tonight by Zeke Highwind and Trey Ryder. How are you two doing?
Doing well. Thank you, Cubs.
All right, I will hand it over to these two, and we will get this started here for you in just a short.
So, while we're waiting for the runners on this one, this race is a little special. We have 48 first place buys for this tournament, and there were 40 first place finishers for groups. So we had to fill 8 more, and we had 9 people who were eligible with their 5 and 2 scores. So we have to have a tiebreaker race.
Exactly. And since there are not eight spots and 9 runners, we got to fill 8 of them, which is why we're here today.
In addition to determining which of these 8 runners get a first week bye, this also will determine the seeding for these 9 runners. In finish order, it will be 41 through 49 based on who finishes this race in first and who does not. As per usual with these races, we are still playing similar to the other Challenge Cup races we've had. We are playing Standard World State 7-7 Defeat Ganon.
Just got to keep things consistent across the whole tournament, you know. So I do have to ask, because I'm curious, Zeke.
Yes, Trey.
What are you hoping we're going to see for a starting weapon and escape?
True, we do have a standard escape, which means we do get a weapon. I have what I want to see, I have what I expect to see, and I have what the runners will probably want to see. Which do you want to hear first?
Ooh, well, I guess we can start with what the runners would like. That's always a nice thing.
The runners want to see a sword or a bow, usually.
True, early sword is nice, and having a bow or hammer. I mean, let's be real though. Hammer, is that really going to happen?
I mean, it can.
It can, and I mean, we have 2 hammers in the hatch here apparently, so that might be leading to something.
I'm expecting the bow, because we have had a lot of bow escape in this tournament. And also in the main qualifiers that led to this tournament as well. Now, for what I want to see, there are 2 weapons I'd like to see. I'd like to see either a bomb escape, because bombs are fun to watch, or the red cane.
I knew you were going to say red cane. I had a strong feeling. Couldn't tell you why, but I had a feeling. Chat wants to see Berna here.
Chat always wants to see Berna.
Berna's not the worst, though.
Berna's a very fun one to watch because it does show you a lot of skill in mana management.
Exactly. I think I definitely think bomb escape would be nice to see, just because I think in everything that I've done related to the tournament so far, I haven't seen a bomb escape yet.
And also, with a minute left on our timer here, I'm going to take a quick moment to shout out our trackers for this race, who will be keeping us straight and pushing those buttons so you can see what everybody has. But we have Jinxie Girl and Immortal Koi. Confident right now. Maybe for once the uncle will have made it past the sewers.
Maybe, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. That fall. He isn't the old man on Death Mountain. He can't survive falls that are, ridiculous heights.
And our weapon today is the red cane.
Wow. See, all you have to do is want something to happen, and it happens.
So, this is my favorite escape weapon. So I'm excited.
It's definitely a good one, a very fun one to play with. I don't know how many people actually enjoy using Samaria for escape. I've heard some people gripe about it, but it's not the worst.
It's not a weapon a lot of people think of immediately as a combat weapon either.
True, since at least in vanilla, whenever you get it in Mire, its main purpose is to, hold down the switch, and you get to Turtle Rock, and it makes platforms you can move. So, but it has its combat uses, and it's nice. It's nice. We're not pulling much out of these chests so far. Just some arrows, some rupees. Nothing too terribly exciting.
And with it being standard and us having to go through escape, it's going to be a lot of who moves through here the best.
Exactly. Your movement through escape definitely will help. Like if you have clean movement, you'll get through it as quickly as you possibly can. While looking for those precious bombs for the back.
Exactly. We'll probably be seeing a lot of farming until we've figured out what the prize pool is for our guards.
I've at least seen a heart drop from a guard. There it is.
And there it went.
And there it went. I don't know if we've seen anything else on anyone else's screen yet.
And this is one case where the pots are absolutely faster than using the Cane of Samaria entirely. At least one pot will get you through the half of its health bar. Or, as Wimpy's doing here, let's throw two of them at the guard instead.
That's a nice hook shot there early on.
That is very helpful, especially because it means you don't have to worry about using the Cane of Samaria through the back of escape, because every enemy in the back is killable with the hookshot.
And if our runners decide if they've left any guards alive, they can check stun prize.
I believe the guards through here tend to respawn as you're going through as well, but
just a red 20 for stun prize though. That's not bad.
I'd argue that the red 20 is the best overall and one of the better ones to get in escape.
Yeah, because if you can get out of escape with your money for Kakariko, you're probably doing pretty good.
I mean, our runners would have preferred to see some bombs, of course.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, red 20 is a good second place.
And right now, if you don't find bombs, one of the things you hope is that we don't see a map. Because it's a lot easier to not worry about 2 items if you really don't have 2 than it is to worry about 3.
Yeah, very true. We do still have this one chest here, plus these rats are in a different prize pack. I don't know.
That's an arrow pack.
See. Yeah.
I don't believe there's a pack that has arrows and bombs, is there?
Probably not. I actually don't remember. But it definitely looks like the snakes and guards are not in the right pack, so we more than likely are not going to see any bombs back here. But instead, a quake.
Wake Medallion. Potentially useful. Definitely the least useful of the medallions in combat.
Absolutely, unless you're going against like Dead Rocks or something. All right, with no bombs anywhere to be found in the back of Escape, we're going to see all three runners just leave, abandon those three chests there. Hopefully, there's no map in Sanctuary here.
And we'll be finding out a Sanctuary check in just a minute once this shelf moves. That's better than a map.
Definitely way better than a map. Ooh.
So that's a very good... Oh, we have a red crystal on Eastern, a crystal on Hera, and a blue pendant desert.
Not a bad dungeon prize spread there.
Guarantees 2 pendants in the Dark World. If you had to choose Dungeon in the Dark World to be a pendant, which would you choose here?
Ooh. I think everyone's gonna hate me for saying it, but Swamp Palace.
I mean, you already have Hookshot, so it wouldn't be the worst.
True, but I have a motto that there's always progression in Pendant Swamp. Even if I'm wrong 80% of the time.
I'd maybe like to see Pendant Mire.
Just a red rupee here behind the Lumberjacks. Always a little comforting to see.
We got some bombs in the woods. So we'll be able to get those Kakariko bomb walls before we have to go south from there. And I don't know what tier Wimpy was on, but that was a full magic drop from a tier tree pull. I don't know what tier.
That may have been 1, because I believe I saw a tier 2 as single hearts. In the Blind's house here. Wimpy
nothing too much.
Nothing too much, but Wimpy making good use of that hook shot. If you saw, James and Wimpy were pretty much lined up together. Wimpy deciding to hookshot across the room instead of just walking across like James did, and gained a little bit of distance.
Yeah, the hookshot is one of the fastest ways to travel in short distances.
I'm sure we'll see it again here. Oh, maybe not. I was hoping.
And with the addition of quick swap tournaments, we see a lot more use of hookshot for mobility.
Exactly, especially before we get those precious boots that just let you run literally across the world. Not much in Kakariko at all today.
We got some health.
Yay, health, I guess.
It means we won't have to do a 3-heart landmill fight or something like that.
Aw, where's your sense of adventure, though, Zeke?
I'd do it, but these runners don't have to.
True.
Unfortunately, with no bottle, we do have to leave the sick kid behind for now.
He'll be okay. I'm sure we'll see him later. Three bombs in the library. Not too exciting there still.
That seems like a dangerous place to keep your bombs.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Wimpy does benefit from the blind check here.
I see. I would do the same thing that Wimpy's doing, where you've got nothing out of Kakariko. So I feel like the chances that something is just gonna be here is just a little bit higher, and well, a sword is definitely well worth it.
Although that sword does have me worried already.
Ooh, where do you think the lamp is?
I'm hoping the Dark World.
You're being kind.
What, do you expect me to want to encourage this game to give us another Agaseed?
Encourage? It's like a default mode at this point, it feels like. Ooh, a flute. That's
Flute's
exciting.
a good find.
Although
So
with Kakariko done, you got to figure out when you go back to activate that.
Preferably with a bottle. That's a mirror. Death Mountain looks really good right now.
It really does.
However, Para does not look as good because there's still a good chance we're fire locked out of there. Although these runners should be able to get up to the top anyways.
Yeah, and with that hook shot, that's the east side of the mountain available. There's a lot of nice stuff up there.
That's a bow.
Ooh, that is a bow. And
And an arrow
to go along with it. Perfect.
We couldn't have planned that one if we tried.
Absolutely not.
I think Wimpy is going directly to activate that flute now.
Not a bad decision, I don't think.
The mount is such a dense play.
Exactly. Air is a crystal you need to do. Hopefully you can just do it. Plus, having the fast travel with the flute is definitely gonna help speed up everything as a whole.
You know what would worry me about this, though? What if we have a vanilla moon pearl?
Ooh. The best item to be vanilla.
So long as we don't have a vanilla big key to go with it.
Ooh, yeah. Wimpy making the decision to go to desert instead first.
I'm not against this. Desert's a pendant, and we don't know what the status on Misery Mire is, so getting this Agina's Cave check out of the way takes it off of our mind and means we don't have to come back down here until we have the Titansmiths to get into Misery Mire area.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
That's a glove.
That's a glove. Wow. At this point, everyone's going in different directions. That's phenomenal.
That's right. We've got James is doing Dark Death Mountain entrance to save the old man. Wimpy went to the desert, and Vix is going to Saha's closet. And Wimpy's getting the other extremely isolatable check right now with Ice Rod Cave.
Old man just giving us a piece of heart. A little bit of love for saving him.
And Saha has a shovel.
Oh man. What did he go bury? Looks like just another piece of heart in Ice Ride Cave. So I imagine Wimpy's going to be joining one of these two. We're joining Vix over in Eastern.
And just money at Spectacle Rock. Although, I would pick up that 300 right now.
Absolutely. Zora's and Logic. Like, that's absolutely something that is going to be, you're going to be thinking about. And
We got Pendant Ice and Pendant Thieves. I missed what our red crystal was.
the red crystal was Turtle Rock.
So, and it's green Pendant Ice Palace.
We got a red cane, that's no problem.
And we're getting that Tower of Hera trip as we've got 2 runners in Eastern Palace.
Ooh, we can beat this dungeon. There's the big key.
I'm now worried about when our other 2 runners are going to go to Agina's Cave, though. There's
There's the other glove.
we are a Moon Pearl from Dark World no access knowledge.
I think it might be a while before James gets over to Agina.
That depends on if he finds a hammer.
Oh, you're right.
If he finds a hammer, it could take a while to get that Agina check.
Nice Harapot on James's side. I almost panicked for a second because he only had 1 heart. But
You don't want to see that.
I forgot they picked up red mail.
Yeah, they picked up red mail. You don't want to
Or
see
not-
that small
not
key
red,
we just saw.
blue. Yeah. Man, if they got red mail already, you know how great that would be?
I'll admit I have not been counting items here in Eastern, but that's at least 2 items.
And we just
And-
got a Burna out of the big chest.
So that's both items out of Hera.
Yep, nothing in the basement today.
Oh, we're about to see if this gamble from Vix pays off.
Oh yeah, because Wimpy's going down to check the big key chest.
Meanwhile, we've got Moldorm. Luckily, as long as you have more than 1 sword, it's an easier fight.
Absolutely, and just like that, Moldorm is down.
We knew it was a dungeon item. We have both items over there.
Exactly.
But we have our first crystal. And that was a
worth it.
big gamble from Vix that just paid off. Because we've seen more than 1 race get decided by that skip. And now we're going to see Eastern Death Mountain. Oh.
Oh, or
Oh.
we're just bad at counting.
Okay.
I'll go with we're bad.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. We're both bad at counting. I told you I wasn't paying enough attention to that dungeon.
And I trusted you. Meanwhile, James in Paradox.
It's off to a usual start for this kind of large cave. Nothing. We got a heart container. Kind of nice.
5 more items, though.
Light World Hype Cave, can you live up to your reputation? That was a very rude dodge by the Moldorm.
Indeed it was. Wow.
Did we just get 3 hearts and 80 rupees?
I heard you liked health.
Well, we have 1 more check here.
We do.
And hopefully we get a visual check on Floating Island as well.
$20.
Now, I'm interested in to see if it's the Moon Pearl. Because if it's the Moon Pearl, one of our runners will have an advantage when they get there.
Absolutely. If it's not, then I think at this point we've got the back of we do still have the back of Escape to go look at. It's got 2 items. We got that. I missed that. Was that the lamp?
That was 10 arrows.
It was 10 arrows. Wow. Where am I getting lamp from? Never mind.
you were about to say you were going to say if we found a lamp we could go up the tower.
Yeah, we should go up the tower. I like that. Don't you?
No.
Moon Pearl on Pyramid? Come on.
There's one more place that could potentially be, and we won't get to see it for a while. But we have flutes and mints and mirror.
Ooh. Heck yeah, Checkerboard Cave. Let's go.
But first, let's get this back of Escape. We could have left that there.
We could have, but better to just double check just in case.
And it looks like Wimpy's giving us a shovel check.
I like it. I like it a lot.
As we have just money.
Not going to pass that up. He still needs, a decent chunk of rupees there to go do Zora. But Wimpy going to make his way up the mountain now.
Meanwhile, we've got James in Eastern and Vix in Tower of Hera.
It's like they switched places.
As a reminder, there are 9 runners in this race. We've got 3 more runners over on ZSR 3, I believe. And then Go Mode Podcast has the other 3, correct, Trey?
That is correct.
So, well, we are only featuring 3, but there are 9 runners here.
Right, crystal number 2 for Vix there. Vix getting his quick map check done there.
So I do like seeing Red Crystal Turtle Rock here. Mostly because it removes the terrible Hammer at Pyramid Fairy check. To answer a question in chat, it doesn't have to be at Checkerboard Cave. There is still King Zora. But one of those 2 has to be our progression. It's kind of a terrible set of checks to have for your progression, isn't it, Trey? Ooh, it is worth noting here that Wimpy's route has put him getting his mitts after doing ECM, so he won't be breaking Super Bunny Cave, because that is a possibility with mitts but no Moon Pearl, because with the pits you can actually check the 2 checks in Super Bunny Cave.
Very true. Aptly named Super Bunny Cave after the Super Bunny state.
Yeah. Our options are limited right now.
Yeah, I think with everything else checked, what we know where mitts are, so I guess it could be Checkerboard, as we're trying to make happen, or Zora.
If one of them is a lamp, that puts Pyramid in play.
Ooh, I'm all for it.
You know what I hope progression is here? And I'm going to be hated for this one. Show me a book.
Ooh, go Independent Desert? I like it. Well, we don't even need the book. Oh,
You're right.
Actually.
We don't even need the book.
Actually, because that gives us
Desert Palace.
Desert. Well, with Mitts and Mirror, we have Desert Palace.
Mitts and Mirror gives us Desert Palace and Checkerboard Cave. Does it give us anything else?
I feel like you're tricking me, because I can't think of anything else.
I don't think it gives us anything else useful. Oh, book gives us a reclimb for a tablet. Ew.
Yeah, it does.
Ew.
Vic's gonna be the first, technically, to the mitts.
All 3 runners are about to get mitts within 30 seconds of each other.
You love to see it.
And Wimpy giving us a Harapot.
He may have picked up the Molem item and decided to just climb instead. Well, it was in the air, anyway. James the first to check Meyer. And by Meyer, I mean we're gonna go right into desert instead.
I think that was just a get away from that bird that can kill us easily.
True.
That's a Quake.
It's a Quake medallion we already have.
Alright, Moon Pearl Checkerboard, anybody? No!
Nope, just 10 arrows.
So that gives us possibly 1 item in Desert Palace, or King Zora. I'm disappointed, Rando. You were supposed to put something good there.
Hey, 10 arrows can be good if you need arrows, right?
And on the torch today, we are not key blocked or boot locked.
Oh, so
But that's an item and not a dungeon item.
it is. So there's only one more thing in here somewhere. Vix, meanwhile, doing some fake flippers, fake flipper shenanigans. We're gonna get up to Zora.
That was very close to a center hole for Wimpy.
Did you see that hammer sitting on
Was
that
that
island?
a hammer? So we need flippers for a hammer. But all we need is flippers for the hammer. And the Moon Pearl we're missing.
Well, Moon Pearl goes without saying, I think.
And Immortal Koi is right. That is an annoying walk to get to from Village of Outcasts. And Wimpy is heading directly to the Mire area.
I mean, makes sense. I feel like everyone's gonna put off Zora until they absolutely have to.
Well, not Vix.
True, Vix is definitely going there first.
And he's gonna get a payout for it. Because it's not in desert.
Did we get both items in that desert? I thought I only saw one.
We don't have... Even if we only saw one,
we don't have a fire.
We don't have
source.
fire.
You right. So Zora has... Oh. And the fire rod on Zora ledge there.
The runners almost want to see vanilla flippers here.
You know what I want to see?
A lamp?
A lamp.
How about a
Zora,
moonball?
you're boring. Who you expect that?
Now, Vix is going to attempt a splash delete to get to that fire rod. And he gets it.
Very nice. That's it's definitely an item well worth splash deleting for.
So Vix Rider is our first. He's our first runner on this restream to get Dark World access.
Not the most exciting Dark World access though, because it's in Kakariko. It's the only way in. What's he thinking? Oh, you know what? He has a fire rod.
He's probably going for Hookshot Cave and Soup Bunny here.
Okay, I mean, not terrible. He's also gonna get his TR medallion information.
And he can use Demir to walk across the bridge and pick up Ether, except he doesn't have Book. For some reason, my brain thought we had Book and not Moon Pearl.
Because we really want them to have the book.
So, with our Moon Pearl in a wonderful spot, we have James walking toward Kakariko Village, probably to go to Village of Outcasts area.
Meanwhile,
And here's Soup
Vix-
Bunny.
Hey, there's that red male.
I like the Shy Guy sprite here.
I do too. I am curious as to why James decided to not just flute over here.
And James is going into the front of Skullwoods.
Hey, look,
There's
a
our
lamp.
lamp. There's the lamp you wanted.
Darn it. And powder.
Wow.
And cave.
Cave.
Ice
What
rod
is
too
this?
while we're at it. Darn.
That's a pretty good hookshot cave. Wimpy is not getting the... Can he salvage it? No! Wimpy has to orphan the fire rod for now. James?
Man, these Gibdos are not being... They're not playing nice.
Our runners started with Samaria.
Oh. They did.
I'm sorry.
Hey, sometimes you just forget.
Yes, I've made the same mistake.
It does happen.
I've made the same mistake.
Vic's heading up to check Bumper.
Well, he just got the cape.
He has the cape. Like, this is not terrible. Not worth it, though.
And Wimpy is going up to Dark Death Mountain here.
He'll get all of his safeties.
Did we check the... Did we check the TR access medallion?
You know, if he did, he didn't mark it. And I missed it. So let's go with no for now, so I can pretend that I'm correct. Hey, look, Wimpy's gonna go check it for us, though.
Thank you, Wimpy. It's Bombos. And what is in the skull with big chest? $20.
Vic's gonna head into Skull Woods. More than likely, since he has the fire rod, will complete it.
We know the flippers can't be back there, but I think there's still an item back there.
There is an item back there. James only pulled out that 20 rupees out of the big chest.
And Wimpy is going to... With that lamp, I think we're about to get a Meyer play.
I mean, I like it.
I'm not against this play at all.
Oh, and Meyer Shed. We got Meyer Shed to do, too.
But we know that Meyer's completable here, too. So this is a 4-item play down here.
So far, and just some money.
I have never been more disappointed in Meyer Shed in my life.
All right, we're going to be in 3 different dungeons here all at the same time.
That's a lot to keep track of. Well, the item is... To answer question chat, the fire rod is on Zora Ledge. We had 1 successful splash delete.
Oh, keep in mind, this is a pendant thieves town.
Yes, it is, but at least the front 4 is still pretty easy to go for because it is technically an overworld. Now, I'm not sure I would be going back without the small key, when we have that small key without our hammer. Especially when we have visual confirmation on hammer.
Exactly. So, I mean... I don't know, because I think they only pulled 1 item out of the front there.
And we have Mothula on Vix Rider's screen. 11 Heart, Red Mail, Master Sword, Mothula. Not the worst fight to have to do.
A very nice moth fight.
For a shield.
One cutting board.
I unfortunately missed what was in the first check that wasn't a small key in Misery Mire. But I want...
A compass.
Okay, a compass. That helps.
Meanwhile, we're digging away on James's screen.
What a massive amount of digging to have to do. What was that? Was that a 30?
It might have been. Man, I didn't think we were playing vanilla. Jeez.
And there's our Meyer big key in lobby. We've gotten no items, I think, out of Misery Mire yet.
Not yet.
And there's the small key. There's one more of those before cutscene chest is logical. And James saves Blacksmith, and there's the third small key, so it's time to go visit cutscene chest.
Yeah, it has something, because we've got... we haven't pulled any items out of here, so the items are in cutscene and on Vitreous.
And now James is going to take this purple chest for a walk.
Just a small walk.
Just a Hylian World Tour.
Well, yeah, more or less. 10 arrows in K45.
Even worse, we have to do cutscene chest with a lamp.
Plenty of money on everyone's screens there.
At least everybody has more than 10 tries on getting Kiki to the door. Alright, what is our first item from Misery Mire? $20.
$20. Ooh. And a tempered sword out of that purple chest. Very nice.
Does that count as a French vanilla sword?
I guess. I guess I'll give that one to you. How cruel do you think this game is going to be? Because I have a prediction that I don't think is going to happen.
Do you want flippers on Pyramid Fairy? Or excuse flippers on the pyramid?
No, I'm thinking flippers in Pod. Knowing that the hammer's flipper's locked.
You're cruel.
I am.
There's our first bottle.
And butter.
Well, this seed just got a lot easier for combat.
How nice. Oh, you know, those flippers could be in TR, couldn't they? I didn't think about that. I wasn't going to be... They're not
no,
in TR.
They cannot.
Oh, no, they can't. They can't because the hammer is... Yep, you're right. Never mind. Ignore me.
No, why would I do that?
That's all. You're kind.
It'd be a very boring commentary session if it was just me.
Yeah. Alright, hey, look, a Vitreous fight, by the way.
Master Sword Vitreous. At least we have armor for this, so it's not a true low % battle.
Armor, a cape.
And a whole lot of digging for that dig game.
I did not see what Sick Kid had.
And on the giant eyeball, the Ether Medallion. The one we don't need.
Yeah, right?
flippers in back of Pendant Thieves.
Ooh, yeah, that could be a thing.
Alternatively, Splash Delete to get your hammer. For now, I don't know.
Does it, I don't know if that works. Or if it does, I don't know how, because you can't mirror if you're in the water.
Oh right, we can't mirror then.
Like, you'd have to do some strange bomb jump, which I don't think is possible. Or we got to find the boots, and we can just water walk to it. Because you can set up a water walk in Skull Woods and carry it the whole way down to the south of the world, and it's a pain.
I'd take it to the east and jump off over to get where you jump to Catfish.
Oh, you're right. That makes more sense, because you can just walk into the portal and then just run.
There is an item on Desert Boss, I believe.
There is, yes.
Or we're still bad at counting. One of the two.
No, I'm pretty sure there's something on Desert Boss here.
Mind I remind you, Desert is a pendant.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, Flipper's here.
Vix is trying desperately to get that box to follow him again.
It did not want to, at all.
Actually, not the easiest loadout for fighting the Lanmolas with here.
No, it really isn't. Unless you're going to focus on your Master Sword spins here. You're not going to do a whole lot of damage. It's basically NMG if you're not going to spin.
It's not here.
It's not here. See, it could be in Pod. We haven't been over there. Oh wait, actually, we don't have a way over to Pod.
Yeah, we do. We have a lamp and a Master Sword.
Oh, oh my goodness. Yes, we do. Vic's doing something that no one else has done yet. Because we have not seen this magic bat.
Yeah. I hope it's not over there, because logically that's an Aga seed. Although there are ways to skip going through Aga here. That's an ice rod.
Nice rod.
That would have been useful fighting Landmolas.
Absolutely. Yeah, like we could definitely kern jump over to the east side of the world there.
A splash delete's also not out of the question.
True. Why splash delete? We can just kern jump though.
Well, always kern jump. It looks cooler, but the option is still there.
True. Man, that purple chest for Vix just does not want to cooperate today.
Ooh. Wasn't James just in Mire but end up bailing because he didn't have a lamp?
I think so.
That...
Oh, this is gonna hurt. He's gonna be a little sad that his lamp is here.
Yeah.
Vic's gonna head into Mire. You know, I think we're at the point where we're gonna have to, like, logically this wants you to go to Aga.
Gross.
I can't think of anything else that has yet to be checked amongst all of the runners.
There are 2 checks that have not... Excuse me. 3 checks we can check that have not been checked that are in logic. The back of Pendant Thieves Town.
Ah, you are correct. I definitely did not think about that.
You just don't want to because the hammers are flipper locked.
Yeah.
And you have the small key.
Which, of course, means Blind himself is in logic without those flippers. At this point, what do we need for go? We need, what, flippers and bombos? Effectively?
Flippers, bombos.
Maybe boots, pending GT Big Key.
Yeah, pending GT Big Key, boots. There are 2 high-value items blocked by these flippers, and I love it.
Who's going to be the first to go back to Thieves? Or wait, I don't think... Who
Wimpy
hasn't
can go
been
in there for the
Thieves?
first time.
Yeah, so maybe...
And-
So Wimpy might just full clear it in one go.
He's done enough where it might actually be worth it.
Oh yeah, because this is his first time in the Village of Outcasts area.
Of course, he also might take a trip around the world with Purple Chest, too. One interesting skip that's happened. Vix has not gone to Hype Cave. He went to Mire directly from the Purple Chest turn-in.
Ah, because he didn't have his portal because he did Magic Bat.
Right. So
and of
he
course
does
he
not
got
have the Butter
rewarded.
Sword.
Exactly, but he did get rewarded with the Ice Rod.
The Ice Rod was on Magic Bat. The powder was in Hookshot Cave. You have to climb mountain for that.
Yup. Mm-hmm.
I actually like this from Wimpy here. He has picked up the blacksmith before doing the front of Thieves Town, giving him more of a reason to go back to Thieves Town when he has to.
And it gives him a reason to come back over here and pick up the purple chest. Because if he wants to do anything else in this area right now, he has to go back into the Dark World.
I think our progression in Thieves Town, if there's any, can be 2 items to keep them from having to do Aga Tower logically.
Well, flippers, obviously.
Pegasus. Because flippers could be behind Pegasus boots in the bonk checks.
Ah, you are correct.
I'm trying to avoid any situation where we have a logical Aghanim, because it's been a lot of
Oh,
those.
come on. Listen, Aghanim at this point, I expect it to be required.
Me too. I just don't want it.
Alright, 2 runners in Mire. 1 heading into Thieves Town for the first time.
Well, we know where the progression is not. Because the front of Thieves Town is a heart container, and
5 rupees.
so
small
it's
key and a
2
big
items.
key.
2 items in the back. I can remember what that second check was. Two items in the back does make it a little more hopeful that we don't need to come back with a hammer.
Yeah, there's a good chance that the compass or the map is just in that big chest. Well, I guess it's just a 50-50, but you know, good chance in terms of rando, I think. Of course, I say that, and like, Bombos is going to be there since we need it.
Probably. That would be an awful last location, especially if flippers are in here.
Really, though. Like, it just sounds terrible.
And Vix picks up his fourth crystal?
Fourth crystal.
And Wimpy is our first runner in the back of Thieves' Town. What do we expect to see here?
Honestly, probably to crush my hopes of Aga being technically required, probably the flippers. I imagine.
I mean, the runners want to see the flippers for more than just getting their hammer. Although getting their hammer is a very high priority off that list.
Yeah, flippers
There's
does
also
let us.
Swamp
Flippers
Mouse.
gets us the fire rod. It gets us into swamp. I mean, we can go to ice if you want to with those. It is a green pendant, I guess. It gets us into pod, technically.
There's our first dungeon item in the back.
That doesn't bode well.
No, it doesn't, because now there's only one dungeon item that can be in the big chest and two items that can be there. And I think James has the easiest victories out of everybody here.
Oh yeah, with having butter, like that, it's the fight's nothing.
Cutting through the eyeballs like butter.
Yeah.
Alright, Wimpy, let's see what's in the mains chest. Come on, not flippers.
Bombos. Oh.
Well, that's
oh,
required.
Baby.
It wasn't flippers.
It wasn't flippers.
And at the moment, it doesn't do anything for us.
No. But isn't that effectively pending boots, flippers go?
Yeah. Because we're just missing the flippers to get the hammer and the fire rod.
I'm pretty sure if it's not here on blind, then it has to be over in pod or something. Flippers can't be in TR because flippers are blocking the hammer. Ten arrows.
Hey, do you think any of these runners know how to splash, delete, or current jump?
We're gonna find out.
Because at the moment we're in 1 hour AGA mode.
Oh
Happy
my
1
goodness.
hour, everybody.
The real question is, who's gonna think that to do that first?
Hopefully Wimpy thinks to do a splash delete down here once he does Hype Cave.
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna go
will
with Fix.
work out.
I'm gonna go with Fix Rider.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to do it now. Interesting decision to do it down here, though.
Dodge the zeros. You do not want to get hit by the zeros here. Uh-oh. Did you just panic when you almost hit that explosion?
I a little bit, yeah.
For a reminder, with the randomizer in No Glitches logic, getting hit is a instant kill.
All right, we are in brand new territory.
Fastest Aga kill I've ever seen. What about you?
Oh yeah, it was pretty quick, pretty dang good.
Everybody missed the 15 blue balls here, right? That absolutely happened, right?
Totally happened.
To answer your question, chat, Bombos is in the back of Pendant Thieves.
Just watch James's screen for a second. He's about to pick it up.
Right there.
So how deep into pod do you think these flippers are? Since I said that earlier.
Helmasaur.
Helmasaur?
Actually, can't be on Helmasaur.
Yeah. Good effort, but oh man.
Ignore me. Ignore me.
Getting a catfish check too. Ooh. Does our dark Zora here have our flippers?
Now, there's one unfortunate side effect of Vix making this aggressive play to East Dark World.
He's not going to get his bombos for a while. Oh. Yeah, when do you come back to Thieves? In this, if you're Vix and you get your flippers here.
After Ice Palace, I think.
Ugh. Dang.
Flippers
on catfish. What is this nonsense?
Why?
Man. Well, hooray, I guess.
So, now we see if Wimpy does a splash lead out of here. And James is going back to Misery Mire. And Vix is going to get his hammer.
Do you blame him?
No.
Hammer is absolutely the nicest thing to do here. Question from chat. Logical Aga? Yes. Technically.
Yeah. This is why you learn a way around Aga 1, if you can. And technically, Trey,
yes,
that's no mode.
It is, because Vix is in Bombos Go, and we know where the Bombos is, since the other two runners have it.
The question now comes down to when does Vix go to Thieves Town? And I'm going to insist that there's 2 items in the back of Thieves Town. There are 4 on Ice Palace. You make the Ice Palace play first here.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to full clear every single other dungeon before he goes back there. Including TR. No, he can't. No, he needs Bombos for TR, so that's a big point.
So, Vix is in the Palace of Darkness now.
Do you think he pulls Ped? Well, no, I guess he doesn't pull
because he's
Ped
bombos
because he'll get bombos out of thieves before he fights blind. Dang it! I was getting my hopes up for nothing.
I don't think anything can be on Ped of note, though.
Boots.
Well, yeah.
That's about it, though. Maybe silvers.
Do you want them to be there?
No, I'm not that cruel.
Yes, Immortal Koi. Wimpy did do Sick Kid. I'm uncertain of the checking Waterfall Ferry here. And we have an Aga climb starting.
Yeah, there's a bottle, so that's nice, but yeah, as far as Wimpy knows, he knows where his fire rod is, he knows where his hammer is. He has to know that's his go mode, so he's looking for flippers. Why check flipper locked locations? Right?
So we have an interesting difference here. One runner made the splash delete and picked up the flippers without doing Haga, but does not have the bombos from the Pendant Dungeon. The other two are doing Aga. So, interesting to see how much time difference this actually results in.
With where that bombos is, all of the sequence breaks for Vix definitely paid off up to a point. Because he needs to make that decision of when to go back to Thieves Town with everything open to him. So you were joking about 15 blue balls.
I was. I don't expect it here, because you never expect the 15. Ever. But if chat wants to play everyone's favorite Aga game, they can guess how many blue balls will the wizard throw at us.
I'm gonna guess a safe 3.
Just enough to make a 3 cycle, huh?
Yeah. A B in the pod basement. It's a good B. Oh, and it's gone.
Obviously, it wasn't good enough for him.
Nah, it's okay. It'll be good enough in my heart.
There's something nice about having butter for the climb.
Oh, yeah. Things just, well, melt.
15 is dead. Actually playing nice so far.
1. And then I looked away because I'm trying to also pay attention to pod here because I don't think we pulled anything nice out of pod so far.
I mean, what's left to pull out of pod?
Silvers, the boots. I don't know, the book. Everyone likes knowledge, right? Oh, actually, book would be kind of bad for Vix. Because that just gives him more stuff to do.
3.
I was right. See? I'm good at this.
Congratulations to my co-commentator, Trey Spire.
I will not guess. I will not do GT Big E game as well. Don't worry.
So, while we have one Dark Wizard fight on the bottom for here with Worldwide Wimpy, we have a Helmet War fight.
Yeah, we do. Making quick work of that mask. 2 butter sword hits and the beast is down.
I do agree with the decision from both Vix and James so far to do Catfish before doing Pod, because if the flippers are here, which they are, you don't have to double dip Pod.
Yeah. Definitely a good decision. Lo and behold, they're here. Here's the thing about them being here, though. The 2 that don't have the fire rod yet are just gonna mirror and go get the fire rod.
Yeah.
Like, it actually works out super well.
Yeah, it does.
Where is Vix going?
Vix has not checked the medallion. I think Vix is checking if he's in go mode.
Oh. So earlier, when we thought that he did check it, we were just crazy for not knowing. He just didn't check it.
So we're about to find... Vix is about to be sorely disappointed here.
Interesting decision here, because I definitely thought he would have gone to go do Spike Cave right then and there.
That is an odd decision, but Spike Cave is a very large time investment, especially when there's a Swamp House with 6 checks readily available.
Very true. Very true.
I do think in this scenario, you do Thieves before going back for 1 item in Desert.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see the... I think we'll see the ice play before either of those anyway. Alright, all the runners
Did
going...
Wimpy get his Fire Rod?
I think he did. He went up into the Zora area.
Okay, good.
So if he went up there for nothing and then just, left, I'd be very concerned.
Smart routing here by Wimpy, by the way. Rather than walking from Catfish to the portal like Vix did, he used the mirror, fluted to Link's house, and went through the castle gate. Which, granted, Vix had to do it that way because he skipped Aghanim.
Moth is down on James's side. Yeah, chat's also pointing out Wimpy could have also saved and quit to the pyramid from the Dark World.
Yes, but he had been in Light World to get his Fire Rod anyways.
And with that, Wimpy's in go.
Yes, he is. Worldwide Wimpy is the first. Go,
as long
so
as
long
GT
as it's
Big
not
Key.
Torch.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
We are in Schrodinger's Go mode, and we won't find out if we're in true Go mode until we either find the boots or get to Ganon's Tower.
So now, where do you think the boots are?
GT tile room.
Ooh. You know I like it.
Would that make it a check 21, or check 22 boots to get your check 1 big key in that scenario?
No, I think I think it would be 21 to 20. It'd be check 21 boots. Check. Well, no, because I think your big key is still whatever. It would be like 3 or 1. You just can't collect it until you've opened everything else for your boots.
The game will record as a 22 big key in that scenario. And James FNX is in Go mode.
You know, you got a good point, and I don't know the logistics of the GT Big Key game well enough to make that call.
This is such a hypothetical situation. And if it happens, I should be fired at that point, right?
Listen, hypotheticals are fun to deal with. It's a terrible decision to deal with them, but they're fun to deal with.
Left side swamp. What do you think's here in left side swamp?
Let's go with silvers. Why not?
I'm gonna go with 3 bombs and 20 rupees.
Wow. Just nothing but junk.
It's left side swamp. There's nothing in left side swamp ever.
I disagree wholeheartedly. Well, there's a map.
Neither of us guessed map, so...
$20. Left side swamp, paying off in the literal sense of getting paid?
Not much pay here, is it?
No. Oh, hey, speaking of swamp, how about the flooded room chests down on Wimpy's side? Never mind, he does not care.
He's in Go mode. I'd be opening them along the way, but...
Yeah, I agree. I'd be checking silvers and boots just to have them.
At least on these easy checks.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna go out of my way, but Bugnet, perfect. The greatest item. And into the Argus fight. Close on that quick kill. $20. Not a whole lot here in Swamp Palace. Meanwhile, James clearing out Pod.
Wimpy?
Oh
Wimpy.
no. I'm very curious about this play. Because this is... why are we here? Oh dear.
Oh no. So, Ice Palace.
I mean, it's quick. I guess he's gonna be very. He's just go moding for a green pendant. And he's gonna be so sad. Oh no.
Yeah, and it's marked as a pendant on his tracker.
Well, at least he's only gonna lose like 2 or 3 minutes here. Nothing terrible.
Did Vix Rider not full clear?
You know, I don't think he did. No, he did. He definitely did. Where's... I'm very confused. You know, chat's thinking maybe he didn't do bow checks.
He might have go mode and skipped. No, I thought he opened the bow checks along the way. Did he skip Dark Maze?
He has 1 key.
He didn't do Dark Maze, according to Jinxie. Thank you, Jinxie. So Cold Stare. What do you think's on Pendant Cold Stare?
Man, if we're just gonna keep guessing things. Well, since we didn't see anything else here, small key, because why not?
I was gonna say Compass, so. Nothing. He's go moding it. I think he misremembered as a crystal, but.
Yeah, he can pull pet after this, actually. Wow, now.
We guessed the wrong dungeon items.
I know. Man, the only one that we could have guessed. Or guess rather, the one that we did not guess.
I think this is a Spike Cave from Vix.
I think so too. You know what? I think Wimpy's is gonna pull Ped for us. I hope so anyway. Because he's supposed to do Skullwoods. Right? Yeah. I hope he does. He kills Moth and then pulls Ped because he can.
I hope so. I'm not expecting, given he's in go mode, especially where he just miscleared a dungeon effectively.
Here's that Spike Cave play.
Do we want to see anything here?
10 bombs, I guess.
An explosive find.
You can't see, but I'm glaring at you right now. That was a good pun. It made me glare.
you know I have a cheesy grin on my face.
I know, and it's fantastic. Alright, this is the Ice Palace play from Vix, which makes perfect sense for him. We're gonna see pretty much all of the dungeon here.
Yeah, like I said, you go into Pendant Ice Palace with green pendant before you go back for Thieves Town.
Absolutely.
This makes sense for Vix. Meanwhile, James giving us the go mode Swamp Palace. Depending on how efficient Vix is, he's still not actually that far behind.
No, he's really not. At this point, if he does go back to Thieves, all he has to do is go right up to TR. And he'll be good to go. But same can be said for James here, who, as soon as he go modes, this Swamp Palace, which should not take too long, he's gonna go right up the mountain to TR.
Don't we love Icebreaker?
It's so nice. It makes Ice Palace bearable, I'll say.
There's our first item.
Up to a whopping 16 hearts.
Second item. I apologize. I thought we'd already seen one. I was mistaken. Thought we hadn't seen one. Items. Bombs in first chuck. Okay, thank you.
You know, I was about to ask what Wimpy was looking for, but then I forgot that he does actually need the big key to beat the dungeon.
Yes. Yes,
That-
you
that's-
do need the big key.
It's a little important.
Ooh, we don't see this bomb jump. Oh, unfortunate. But we don't see that bomb jump every day.
It's a pretty nice one. There's our third item, though, so we don't even have to worry about it. Nice Argus kill on James's side. We'll give him his 6th crystal.
And with no bombos, James does have to pick up these magic pots, and I'm not actually sure he will have enough fire rod shots here. Does James have any potions?
That's a good question.
Does he still have that blue potion from Pyramid Fairy?
No, he has a red. So he's. Ooh, this is exciting. So he's gonna do
He's gonna-
the thing where
With the sword beams.
Yeah, where as long as your fire rod shot is still on the screen, your sword beams also count as fire rod shots.
Useful
And a
trick to know.
Quick, clean kill of Cold Stare.
Now, you do go to Green Pendant before you go to Steve's.
Oh yeah, totally.
And we're going to have our first runner in Turtle Rock soon.
Helmstar fight on Wimpy's side here.
And Green Pendant turn in. Coming up.
Ooh, vanilla boots. Can we do it?
I'd love it.
Ah, well, it's red. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to get things right, but it's just... Oh, Rando does not like me today.
I mean, how can you predict anything of this seed?
True. I did predict it was an Agasteel.
We just didn't expect it was an Agaseed for that reason.
Yeah.
Our first items in Turtle Rock are bombs and the big key. This means that The next 2 checks are small keys, guaranteed.
Good old TR key logic.
TR key logic is fun in open. Because you're unlikely to get an item out of the front because of how many keys you need. You can get one, but there's definitely more dungeon items than you can get in the front. And Vix is going into Pendant Thieves Town.
Oh, good. He'll get his bombos and be extremely happy. Although he does have to walk the whole way down to Blind Cell.
And due to how it could be on blind for him, he has to go up to the attic first.
Yeah, a little unfortunate, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
We will not be seeing what is on the lava chest today.
I don't blame them at all. There's no reason to check it. We're in go. Alright, casual fight with the room that is Mothula. And the moth, I guess.
I still insist. The actual boss of that room is the fact that it has a conveyor floor and spike traps.
Yep. I 100% agree.
Anybody who plays Boss Shuffle can agree that that's the hard part of that room. Because if you put Mothula anywhere else, he's easy.
Alright, Wimpy. Do not let us down. Do it. Do it. Oh!
Yes!
Listen, I want the book to be here now.
Nice little dance in front of the pedestal.
Come on, Ped. Don't let me down. That's bombs.
But we got a ped pull.
We got a Ped. Well, heck yeah.
Congratulations, chat.
Meanwhile, Wimpy will be heading into TR next. With Vix Rider right behind him.
It made enough sense to do pedestal. You had mirror anyways, and might as well make the fans happy, right?
Exactly. And if that's your boots, like, that could be huge for endgame.
So now we're looking for one dungeon item. The key. Hey look!
There it is.
The key.
James ignoring the rest of Laser Bridge. Don't need to check anything else.
It's only a 1 in 22 chance you need the boots here. It's extremely statistically unlikely, isn't it?
Hold on. I'll let you know. Oh, heck. That requires me to pull out a oh, wait, I have a phone ring.
And here's Trinex, a boss so named because, if you hadn't noticed, it has 4 heads, and therefore 4 necks. Thus, Trinex.
You do mean 3.
Did I say something? Did I stutter?
You said 4. Good sir.
Did I stutter?
Well, either way, Trinex is down. Or Quadnex, I suppose. You know what time? You know what time it's the boots.
What an awful spot for boots. There's a game we play. There are 22 techs in the basement of Gans Tower. One of them has the Gans Tower big key. Nate, the game's broken, I believe, so you can still get your guesses in chat.
You know me, I guess 8.
You know me, I guess 13. So,
well, so much for the 1 in 20. I guess 1 in 20, it could still be on Torch. But,
it still can be.
It's
but
not as exciting anymore.
Exactly. There's a small key in 1. And silvers in 2.
Silvers, wow.
Well,
the seat is free. We're getting full right from James here. Maybe. I hope so.
Full right makes sense here, does it not?
I mean, I'd do it. I would continue on to Ice Armos here, but that's me. I make terrible decisions in GT.
I mean, you also do tile room before going right.
Well, that's irrelevant to the current situation.
I was just confirming that you make terrible decisions.
Yes, you're not wrong. Except for the 1 in 22 times that I'm correct.
We're not getting a full right, but we are getting a right then full left. So, GT Torch?
Nope.
So in that case, Bob lives. Long live Bob.
Man, what a seed this has been.
Hey!
Did I win?
Number 8!
Oh my god. Heck yeah, let's go!
For our chat submissions here, congratulations to Arathaso24 for guessing the number 8, as well as to my co-commentator, Trey Spire.
We did it! Listen, let me win sometimes, okay? It doesn't always happen, and it's super exciting when it does.
So, full DM strats actually cost you silvers here.
Oh, they do. You are correct.
So it will be interesting to see if anybody skips Hope Room.
So while James is climbing, we have Wimpy and Vix Rider pretty much in the same spot.
I'm still disappointed we didn't get to play Is Our Boots Required this seed? Really?
Yeah, I mean, we got to play it a little bit. I mean, technically the answer is no.
But boots were free.
Boots were free, but
just extremely late. Excellent Landmo 2 from James.
Yeah, I just looked over and Landmo was exploding. So that was amazing.
3 silver arrows for a 0 cycle. They had not even come fully out of the ground yet.
Fantastic.
And James is going through my favorite rooms in the tower. And no, it has nothing to do with the fact that I like using the red cane. It has to do with the fact that those rooms are extremely satisfying to do.
They are very satisfying to do if you just when they're done well, it's so nice.
And Vix and Wimpy are going to be getting their Pegasus boots off of Trinex here. And we'll get to go in to Games Tower. The question is, DM strats?
We'll have to see.
And James has no reason to open anything else in the tower.
No, with a full complement of a butter sword, red mail, silver arrows, like you're set for the game of play. That it's gonna be nothing. All right, the Revenge of Moldorm. Not much revenge though. He's already down.
Yeah, pretty easy Moldorm fight.
And everyone's favorite geometry-loving wizard, Agatu.
Are you good at geometry?
I hate geometry. Are you kidding?
Same.
It's my least favorite of the maths. I would rather do calculus.
And Wimpy is going right.
He is. They're both going right, in fact. So everyone here getting their silver arrows.
Actually, Vix is doing hope left.
Which will put him slightly ahead. As he will get to his GT Big T first.
However, it's not quick enough because James has defeated the wizard and is going to kill a pig. And I'm going to guess that this is going to be a quick Ganon fight.
I think you are correct. Making quick work of those first two phases, and I was gonna wait patiently for him to decide how much he wants to teleport around. There's one silver arrow. 3 more will finish the job.
There's one more. And once we get across this 1x3 bridge, we will have our finish from James FNX. But first, the bridge. And get your GGs in chat for James FNX, finishing in first place, both on Restream and in this race, claiming seed number 41. And I think we just got joined by James FNX.
Hey, how's it going?
GG.
Going well. GG.
Yeah, it's a good day when not knowing current jump saves you from a lot of hassle.
Yeah, how about those flippers though?
I was worried when I found them because a bunch of people could have current jumped. I don't know the skill level of everyone in this race, but like I said, I think it saved me in the end because I wasn't on an ice rod hunt or a medallion hunt, and they were in a location where it ended up being pretty isolated at the end. If they did pick up those flippers out of logic.
That's exactly what happened to Vix Rider.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He splash deleted to East Dark World and did not go back into Thieves Town.
That'll do it. I played parts of the seed very poorly, but I think my execution once I got into go mode was pretty spot on.
It definitely looked clean to me. We also noticed that you did not attempt a splash delete for the fire rod.
I didn't have any bombs there, and I don't know it. So
You didn't have any bombs. I did miss that.
but I don't know it either. So I get this is a hobby for me. I don't get to spend a ton of time diving into to learn every strat. So there are things that I just don't know, and if it beats me, it beats me. But that's one of them. But it didn't really matter, especially when I knew the hammer was flipper locked as well. Like once I find the flippers, I can just get both of those pretty quickly and not worry about it.
Yeah, that was a spot for everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Moon Pearl was a wonderful spot too.
It was. I was expecting the old Moon Pearl and Checkerboard Cave, but it ended up being Zora. I ended up last locating that, I think, which wasn't a huge deal. I had the cash for it, which was nice. So there were ways people could have gone to that area and not had the cash for it and really burn them.
And I also think Trey and I both thought it was going to be one of those two spots. I thought it was going to be Checkerboard, and I think Trey thought it was going to be Zora. But we both thought it was going to be a lamp.
I was really hoping for early lamp just to make the Aga climb early.
Sure. I mean, it ended up being largely required anyways, but yeah, I figured it was going to be it would either the lamp or Moon Pearl. But I'm glad it was the Moon Pearl, and I've never felt better than to find boots and silvers in like a 2-minute span than I did.
Meanwhile, we have some action going on screen. We have a battle between Vix Rider and Ganon, and Worldwide Wimpy is getting to experience Moldorm's revenge.
There's definitely a reason his Moldorm's nickname is Trolldorm, of all things.
And as ZSR bot told us in chat, Arshap from one of the other restreams took second place in this race. So do get your GGs in for Arshap, and the pig goes down for Vix Rider. Once again, we have a 1x3 bridge, and then you can get your GGs in chat once he's across. And Vix takes third place in the race, second on our restream. And Worldwide Wimpy is heading to Ganon. So, do you have any other thoughts on this seed, James?
Not really. Like, there were a lot of items that were just kind of out of the way and in long, difficult places to get to. And I was playing a lot more thorough than I normally would. I decided to bail out of Mire when I didn't have a fire source after not finding a big key in the first two chests. Basically, I didn't want to get locked out and go any further in there than that. But it wasn't the greatest routing up until go mode, but I'm just glad that boots weren't in a place that could burn me, and I'm glad that silvers weren't in a place that can be optional and get other people some time on me, and I'm glad I don't have to play next week.
We're seeing if we can get Vix in for an interview as well, as Worldwide Wimpy begins to fight with Pig. Excuse me, my commentary stream delayed. He is finishing the fight with a Pig and has finished. With a 4th place finish, and you can get your GGs in chat for Worldwide Wimpy. And welcome to the commentary booth, Vix Rider. And welcome to the commentary booth, Worldwide Wimpy. GG's to all of you.
Hey, GG's, everybody.
So, that was a fun seed to watch.
Alright, so I definitely need to know. Wimpy, Ice Palace. And he's gone. I scared him off. Oh no.
Ice Palace, gotta go.
So what so for context for the rest of you. Oh, he's back.
Welcome back, Wimpy.
Welcome back, Wimpy.
Microphone troubles, so we'll hold on that question.
That's fair.
Vix, what were your thoughts on that Bombos?
I should have known. Thieves Town always has something until it doesn't.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Because I screwed up. You could see the exact moment where my brain short-circuited. As soon as I found all the items in Hookshot Cave, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go do everything else. When I told myself going up, check Turtle Rock, check Turtle Rock, check Turtle Rock.
Alright, now you guys can hear me.
Hey, GG Wimpy.
Hey. Okay, so Ice Palace. So, I was clowning the whole seed. I was forgetting stuff. So when I finished Swamp Palace, I'm like, you know what? I love this MSU, so I'm going to go pull Ped because I like the Ped music after I pull Ped. That's why I did it.
I couldn't think of a better reason, so
That's a good reason.
I completely agree.
That is some
And
top
as a
tier memeing.
viewer of Randomizer, I know how much chat loves a blind Ped pull, especially when you don't need to do it.
We can agree.
I've also been practicing a whole bunch of all dungeon seeds, so my brain was on autopilot.
Okay.
And you definitely cleared all of the dungeons, so...
Yeah, all of them, yeah. I was real happy with the time of what I was averaging, and then I was like, oh, well, if I didn't try to all dungeons this, I guess I could have saved like 15 minutes, but whatever. GG's to everyone else, though.
Yeah,
James,
GG's Wimpy.
Guys.
Also, I had evil Trolldorm patterns. He just would not get out of his corners.
Yeah, we noticed that Moldorm did not want to play nice for you today.
No, he was a jerk. And playing Meyer early, I just didn't get anything super ahead of me, and then when I saw Hammer and Fire Rod were flippers locked, I'm like, oh great. Oh, I also only have Aga 1 left to do. And that's a pain in the butt to go ahead and just try and splash delete the flippers again anyway, so yeah, I'll just go kill Aga. Because this seat decided that explosions were no bueno, so... I'm assuming everybody else had problems having bombs.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have bombs in Escape. No one did, and then I didn't have bombs at Sora when I got Moon Pearl. So, I mean, I don't know the splash technique well enough to do it in a race, anyways. But I had no options there.
I had no bombs going into Mire. I'm sure everybody in chat was like, "Wimpy, you don't have any bombs. Wimpy, you don't have any bombs."
It's a bad place to not have bombs.
Well, I knew
Yeah.
if I killed the slug before he laid down a bomb, I'd pick one up. So I was like,
Yeah.
no problem. Let's get...
Honestly, I didn't really keep track of my bomb count that often, except for doing the splash delete. That was the only time I checked it. Well, both splash deletes.
Yeah, Vix was the only one who was able to splash delete the fire rod, and he was able to skip Aga 1. But Bombos.
Oh, when I found Bombos in the back of Thief's Town, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not worried about splash deleting anymore. That's so far off for everyone else, probably.
Yeah, it's kind of how I felt too, because I found Bombos and Ice Rod in the same trip, and there I'm like, oh well, I was looking for two terrible things in flippers, and I'm just looking for flippers. So
Yeah, I'm glad I went right to Catfish after doing Aga 1. I agree with James. I was playing super, super, super conservatively, and just ended up just being terrible hammer and fire rod locked by flippers, specifically hammer on on Hylian Island. So
Yeah, I went up the mountain early and found all the stuff in Hookshot Cave. And on my entire way up, I said, make sure you check Turtle Rock to see what the entrance is. And what didn't I do is check Turtle Rock to see what the entrance is.
oh no,
So I go moded pod, then went back up the mountain because I'm like, I have a 66% chance. It's got to be one of these two that I have. Nope. And so I ended up... What's that?
When I hit Village of Outcast, I had so much left to find. And I'm like, it's a 2-item front of Thief's Town, but I am still 5 items away from go mode. So I'm just gonna keep going. I had already checked Turtle Rock though. As soon as I found that Bombos, I'm like, okay, whatever, Seed. You're gonna make me go into TR to get flippers, aren't you? And then it didn't. That made me happy.
It couldn't.
Yeah, logically it couldn't.
Similarly, it couldn't put the flippers in the back of Skullwoods because the seed was rude with its item placements.
It was fine. I've had worse recently that were just like, why are you doing this to me? You give me all this stuff, but I'm 1 item from go mode. Here, have a 40-minute hunt for this 1 item.
Sounds like Ice Rod.
Yeah, exactly. I will take seeds like this where an item that is a ton of progression is gated by an item that is also a ton of progression over Ice Rod hunts or medallion hunts or yes. go find a flute somewhere.
Especially something like Hammer that locks so much, and Flippers which locked one of our crystals that was hard locked, wanting one of our crystals. So as soon as I knew where Flippers were at, I was like, okay, I'll go grab them. And then I clowned after Swamp Palace and decided I'll go do Ice Palace. Yeah, let's go do that. That makes sense.
It was at least a very efficient Ice Palace trip for you. You were in and out in about 2 minutes.
I realized it when I was fighting Cold Stare. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I doing Cold Stare? Oh well, I guess I'll pull Pet when I'm over near Skullwoods, just for lulz.
Trey and I, at the absolute least, were hoping you'd do that.
I was hoping I'd scare you guys by standing in front of it, doing a couple swipes like I was just gonna go walk back, but no, I went and pulled it. And I was upset that it was bombs. Like, I could have used those earlier.
Yeah, so the seed just taunting you there.
So I'm out of questions for our runners. What about you, Trey?
Nah, I think that pretty much covers it for me too. It was a good race.
Yeah, that was a fun race to come to.
My GGs as well. Don't worry, I've already been yelled at multiple times for the seed. You're all welcome.
No, it was fine. I'll yell at you more for, picking a terrible baseball team.
Sorry, what? James
Here.
got yeeted from the call. I don't know what happened.
What?
Don't. That was Wimpy insulting your team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Mariners fan. I have nothing to talk about.
All right, you
Could
know,
be worse. You
okay,
could be
I'm
me
just
and a
guessing.
pirate fan.
It's hard to tell, but yes, I already know about you. I'm ignoring you. But no, GG all, well done. All of you get to enjoy a week off now. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's the real good news. Is I don't have to play next week.
You mean I get to focus on my terrible ladder record next week?
Heck
Hooray!
You mean
I
that
get to-
thing I stopped playing? Yay!
I get to not have to worry about scheduling around an on-call.
So, congrats, all of you. Yeah, all 9 of our runners, GG. The top 8 will be seeds 41 through 48 and get a bye into round 2. Skunkner will be seeded 49th and will unfortunately be playing next week, but we all knew it coming into it. That was the goal, to finish in that top 8 and get that bye. Well, want to give a big shout out to our 2 trackers tonight, Jinxie Girl and Immortal Koi. Koi's copying at the last moment. Thank you both, allowing us to just sit here and, you know, watch and talk about things. As well as the 2 commentators tonight. Excuse me. Trey and Zeke, well done. GG, both of you. Yeah, I'm glad we were able to do another somewhat kind of a mega cast with the multi-channels and the buy race like we did last year. It was really cool trying to coordinate this across multiple channels. I hope we get to do more things like this. Any final thoughts from anyone before we head on out for the night?
Good luck to everyone going forward in the tournament. I like to say we never root for anyone to lose, but we really want to win. So always good seeds, good placements, and good execution for everyone is what I say.
Yeah, GG's
Alright.
again, guys.
GG's, and thank you very much for setting up the restream as well for all 3 of the channels.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun, for sure. I will see all of you in round 2.
That's the real thing here. Everyone gets to keep playing, whether they want to or not.
Yep, everyone still gets to play for these runners.
Well, with that, we're going to head out for the night. Kind of a light schedule at the moment here on ZSR. We don't really have anything. At the moment, we have nothing scheduled tomorrow, but I'm sure that will change shortly. Keep an eye on the schedule, as you will see when that happens. Until next time, all, thank you very much, everybody. Everybody stay safe out there. It's still crazy. Be careful. Enjoy. And we will hopefully all see you back here soon. Have a good night.